Feels like we were just here.
Yeah, season went by real quick.
What does that say about this year? Obviously, there was so much success, but to be looking at the playoffs, you get a couple weeks here to reset, but an exciting season if it's a fast one, right?
Well, yeah, like when you're winning games, it's always a lot of fun, so the season flies by. I've been on teams, not very many, but when the season's not going well and you're losing, it's a very long year. Obviously, we had the season that we did. The guys are proud of it, but it's time to turn the page and move forward, and this is the best time of year for sure.
This is not unfamiliar territory for you guys. You had a big layoff last year before the playoff run, but we were just talking about it could be almost 2 weeks here. Yeah. How do you attack the 2 weeks to make sure everyone's fresh?
We're going off the template that we had last year. We still don't know who we're playing, but for this first week to 10 days, we're doing what we did last year. We're happy with the way that we came out of the gates against Charlotte. And so we had success with that. So, you saw the guys today, how hard they're working. These last 2 days have been really good work days. They're going to get a day off tomorrow, and then we'll get back at it the next day. We're just using the template that we used before, and hopefully that gets the guys ready.
Yeah, World Cup last year.
Yeah, it worked out.
So how are you dealing with the fact that the parent club's in the middle of the playoffs? Your roster could change between now and the start of your defense, and it would really probably impact your defense the most if you could get some bodies back. How do you look at that, and how have you kind of been practicing without these guys?
I just view it as we take it day by day, and the hand that I'm dealt today, I'll work with them, and then if something happens, hopefully Wash win some games, but we just deal it as a coaching staff, like this is our lineup now and this is what we're going to deal with, because who knows what can happen, right? We can't look too far ahead. When the day comes, if we do get help from them, then we'll adjust accordingly.
Is that good though? I mean, these guys are getting really meaningful experience with Washington right now, right before your playoff run potentially. Like, do you think that these guys could come in here motivated if they end up back with Hershey?
Yeah, I think so with the group that we have up there. I've been on both sides of it, where in Oklahoma City we got 7 guys sent down right before the first round, and they weren't that motivated, because they played in the National Hockey League for the last 2 or 3 months. I feel this group is different. Like we're a close group once again, and I'm not concerned at all with the players. I got a few text messages from Dylan McElrath and Lappy, and I said, hey, good luck, guys. Want you guys to help out the Caps, but if it doesn't work out, let's try to win another cup. And they all responded in a really positive fashion. So I'm not that concerned because those guys have great character. I'm not worried about it.
This bye, is this a blessing or a curse, somewhere in between? Just, how do you view it?
Actually, right now, it's not a bad thing because we're pretty banged up. Riley Sutter's a bit banged up with an upper body injury. Matthew Phillips, lower body injury. So it gives us time to mend up, and so I think that's a positive thing. The only thing that as a coaching staff we look at that's maybe a negative is that we don't know who we're going to play, and so we could find out, and all of a sudden we're playing within 3 days. So now it's like cramming for a test. We have to, as a coaching staff, do our homework, make sure the guys are fully prepared. So that's the only negative part. But for our team right now, like I said, we're pretty banged up. So the time off is needed.
And you have a plan, obviously, for conditioning and sharpness on the ice. But how do you ramp up the emotion after you've been kind of sitting around for?
Well, we're going to start incorporating some scrimmages in practice just to get the competitiveness going. I don't know if you saw today's practice, a lot of one-on-one battles, a lot of compete in the practice, and lots of conditioning. And but I think, it's hard to mimic a playoff game, so we're going to have to incorporate some scrimmages and, maybe have some fun with it and have the guys put something on the line. So, these hockey players are very competitive people, and if you play a game, doesn't matter what game it is, you always want to win. So I think scrimmages are going to benefit us in the future.
And for the guys that haven't gone through a playoff run, what can they expect? What are the lessons that the players coming back from last year took away from it?
Well, last year the guys we got it done, and the guys that came back from last year's team, they know what a fun ride it was. They know how hard it was, and they can give that experience to the players that are new to the franchise. Jimmy Huntington went on a pretty good run last year, so I kind of view him as like our Sam Annis, where Sam went to the finals 2 years ago and lost out. So, he was a very hungry person. And so I think the new guys they understand what it means in Hershey to play hockey here. Like I said earlier, we're here to win a championship. Every coach says that, but here it's a reality. It just is. And so the guys understand that over the course of the year. We had the best record in the regular season, points win percentage wise. And I was talking to some people in the public, and they go, "Well, you got 14 more to go." And so nobody's satisfied, and we aren't either. We want to make sure that we have a long run, and it's going to be very difficult because I just look at our division. There's so many good hockey teams. It's the first series, a 5-game series. Things can happen real quick. So we've got to make sure we're ready, and the guys are motivated. It's the best time of year. We're going for a little golf outing, some team building today. The guys are going to have a lot of fun with that, and then we'll get back to work in a couple days.
You have a captain who went back-to-back in 09-10 here.
Yeah.
Do you talk to Helms at all about what that takes? I mean, obviously he's coached a ton of places, but do the guys talk to him? What's that relationship like?
Well, we had a meeting about maybe a month and a half ago, and we brought everybody in, and Helms, spoke and brought us experience about what it means to win a championship and how special it is. So it's nice having a president of hockey operations go through that. He's multiple champion, and just to hear from him, I think it speaks volumes to the players. I can say whatever I want, but just to have an outside voice like him, and the players understand that everybody in the organization's pulling for the players, and we're a family, and so we want to see each other succeed.
You named Coach of the Year a couple days ago. Obviously, you're probably going to say it's a team effort, but what does it mean to you personally, just to have that recognition?
It's nice. It's my first one. It's only taken me 22 years, so no, it's nice because of the people around the league voting, the coaches, the media. It's special. And yes, I'm going to say it. I'm only as good as the people around me. Excellent staff. Our assistant coaches do an outstanding job. Juha does a great job with the goaltenders. Obviously, they had a great year. Patrick Weller and Nick Boulin are unbelievable. So if you surround yourself with good people, you usually have success.
Good, you mentioned that a few questions ago, just how everyone's to say it's still 14 more. When you have the season that you had this year and all these accolades, how do you kind of instill in the guys, yeah, I'm not done yet, we still have one more goal left to accomplish?
You know what, it's not bad because we're going after the league record and we didn't accomplish that, right? So it still sits, like the guys were all talking about it, like only if so-and-so could have chipped the puck out in this one game, if we could have beat Utica this year. So that the guys are still hungry. Like I'm telling you, once you win a championship, it's like a shark with blood. You want more, and that's the way the guys feel that came back from last year's team. And the new guys are just as hungry because they want to be part of something special. They understand how special it is to win here, and like I said, it's not going to be easy. The first round is going to be really, really difficult. It doesn't matter who we play. It's going to be a war out there, and hopefully we get through it because it'd be a shame for us not to finish the season off the right way.
Can you describe the environment here, knowing you have home ice advantage throughout the playoffs?
Well, the environment here with our fans, it's outstanding to play in front of our fans here. They've been very supportive all year for us. I think there's a certain buzz around playoff time. It was really evident last year during the playoffs. The city gets behind you. And the guys all, when they're out in the public, they all feel that. So, like I said, it's the best time of year. The guys are playing hockey, hopefully have a long playoff run. And the weather's getting nice, so guys are golfing, so it's a lot of fun.
What's the best part for you personally of the playoffs?
Just to compete, the thrill of competition. when you win, it's a tremendous feeling. It really is. All the hard work you put in throughout the course of the year, seeing it pay off. I think that's the biggest thing is seeing these young players grow as hockey players, grow as pros. It makes you proud as a coach. And there's ups and downs in the playoffs. We talked about adversity all throughout the year. We haven't had a whole heck of a lot, but there's going to be a lot in the playoffs for sure. And it's up to us, like over the course of the year as coaches, to try to create that environment so they can overcome it. Like I invited adversity. That's when true champions come out, and I feel we have the character in the room right now.